Hello and welcome to week 2 interactive presentation for Chemistry 2. This week we are going to be doing the iodine clock reaction at home experiment. For the supplies needed for this is iodine, vitamin C, water, hydrogen peroxide, cornstarch, 2 beakers or mason jars, possibly a filter, and a measuring cup. Okay, all right, so let's get started. So with this presentation, we have to create 2 different solutions in order to show what we're looking for at the end of the experiment or during the big section of the experiment. So first we need 2 vitamin C, 1,000 milligram vitamins. And we are going to crush the vitamins. Not too much, but just enough. You don't want them completely powdered. I think those are crushed pretty good. Okay. All right, next you just add your crushed vitamin C to one of the jars. Good. And you want to make sure you have distilled water and not tap water. And next we're going to add some water to the actual jar. And we want to add about 60 milliliters of water. And I think that was enough. I just kind of eyeballed that by mistake. Oop. And I need a spoon. And so next you kind of want to stir and mix that together, the water and the vitamin C. There will possibly be some chunks in there, and that is the reason for having a filter to be done in order to filter the remaining chunks out of there. Preferably, it's good to stir it for about 1 minute, okay? And then I am going to, filter through. We want to try to get our solution as we want to try to have it as clear as possible and to clear out all of the excess and the extra stuff that is inside of our vitamin C. Okay, good. So while that continues to filter, I'm going to make the next solution. And this will be solution B with our cornstarch and our hydrogen peroxide. So first I'm going to measure some cornstarch and you should do like 0.4 grams. I think that should be about 0.4 grams. That should be good enough. I'm gonna add 350 milliliters of distilled water. Okay. Good. And then you also want to mix this solution as well. And mix it for about a minute. So this is also a little cloudy. So let's go back to solution A. That looks pretty great in itself. And I'm gonna add my solution back to my jar and then now filter my other one really quickly and make sure we get it nice and clear. Okay, so as that is working over there, we're gonna go back to our solution A with our now solution, and then we're gonna add 500, just bring our water up to 500 milliliters. Right, that's good. And add the iodine first. And mine is 5%, so I am going to add the what is it called? 25 milliliters of iodine. Okay, good. Let's make sure. Okay. So iodine is a 1-2, which is, it is colorless. And you can see as it's mixed with the vitamin C that, oh, iodine is colored I2, but mixed with the vitamin C, it is then colorless. So you see there is no color to it. So now we're just gonna go ahead and add the water, 500 milliliters to bring it up. Okay, about there. Come over to, as much as I would like to not have this as cloudy, it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the hydrogen peroxide, which is 150 milliliters. Here we go, 150. And we'll add this to the, let me just make sure I measure the height. Okay, and yep. All right, so we have our cornstarch and we have our water. And so now you can begin to mix the two. So when we mix the two, the reactions are going to start to pretty much react with one another. I'll add a little bit here. There, and a little bit more there. This is one way of doing it. Another way is to have an extremely large cup and just add both solutions together. So what is going on and what we're looking for is, hopefully mine will change and begin to see. But you have the chemicals fighting each other at this point because you have the iodine, you have the hydrogen peroxide that is trying to turn the iodine back to its colored position, convert it back. And once the iodine is mixed with the vitamin C, it turns into iodine. I1, and that makes it colorless. So the hydrogen peroxide is trying to get it to go back to that level. And once you have those chemicals battling against each other, you do create an acid which is trying to keep it at that colorless stage that it is in. And then with those continued competitions of fighting, do this, do that, hydrogen is saying this, acid is coming in to say that, then you create the triiodine, and that is now working with the cornstarch. So then you will see that it will become a little bit more complex, and it will then begin to show us this beautiful color that is supposed to create right now. So I believe my presentation is having a hard time because I wasn't able to completely mix it all together, but in it too, it does take some time for the color to start to present and to start to turn to either a purplish or a green color that you will see because of the mixture of the two chemicals, the two solutions. So the color there are many factors that can happen that can cause the color to go quicker, and that could be temperature. I could have added more vitamin C. I could have increased my hydrogen peroxide, and that then could probably have sped up the changing of the performance in the iodine clock reaction. So that is what essentially is going on in the video and what we're doing for this lab. However, I don't think mine was too successful this time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you tried at home. Thank you.